This is America. As Americans, we are against fraud of any kind. So when I heard this alleged story of Coach Eli of the GNA allegedly embezzling the company he worked for, I was furious. Let's listen to this.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, that's a whole thing. Basically, if he was working for an insurance company, and the people who own the insurance company have known the Melas family for like ever. And so both Eli and his brother started working for that company, I don't know, like 12 years ago. And then they were there for all that time. Now, what happened was that Eli saw an opportunity to, basically he thought he could get some money and that nobody would find out about it. And so what happened was he redirected certain things to come to him, and didn't think anybody would notice, didn't think that it would come up in accounting. Well, it did come up. It came up that this money was missing, right? And so when it came up that the money was missing, the first person that they thought it was Christopher, his brother. And Eli knew what he had done. Eli knew they were blaming Chris. Eli knew they were about to fire Chris, and Eli didn't say a word. And somewhere in there, it was discovered. He never confessed, by the way. This is his own brother. It was discovered that it was him, not Chris, because basically Eli signed on as Christopher when he was doing whatever the fuck he was doing. So what happened was that they knew there was embezzlement. They thought it was Chris. It was discovered it was Eli. And if this had been just a regular company, like just a random company, like whatever, Merrill Lynch, whatever, he'd be in jail. He'd be in motherfucking jail. What he did was beyond grand theft. And like, you could just like name the violations. Like he just has no consciousness of the law at all because he's had everything handed to him. So because the company, the owners of the company were such close associates with the Melases for so many years, what happened was they basically worked it so their insurance, the insurance protecting the insurance company itself, covered the loss of what was actually embezzlement, and they called it something else, and they let him go. They just let him go, no punishment, no jail, no court, no nothing, but he was fired. Now, the only, quote, severance he had, because it wasn't really severance, you know what I mean, that he wasn't getting rewarded. When you're an insurance agent, you have a book, and it's a book of contacts that you build up for however long you're working there. And so he sold his book, which was however many thousands of dollars that was for, and then that's where he got the money to get the new equipment. And that's when he went out live. I think he's deleted a lot of those lives, but he said, I'm giving myself until October. I'm doing this full time. When he was having those triggered lives about how he's just going to do this full force and he's going to quit if it doesn't get right by this time, that was like him stressing out about this whole thing going on.